are Liverpool, champions of England.
When you
Liverpool are champions!
Alright footy fans, buckle up. We are about to take a deep dive into the origins of Liverpool Football Club. Before the European nights, before the 6 Champions League trophies, before the world knew the name Anfield, there was just a pitch, a pub landlord, and a whole lot of ambition. And yeah, there was also a bit of drama, a rent dispute, actually. But hey, what's a great story without some controversy? Ever wonder how Liverpool FC got its start? It's a tale as old as time, or at least as old as football. Picture this, Everton, once a proud tenants of Anfield, decided they weren't too keen on paying John Holding increased rent. So they took their ball, literally, and moved across Stanley Park. And what did Holding do? He only went and started his own club. Because that's how you deal with rejection in Liverpool. You build something better. On June 3rd, 1892, Liverpool Football Club was born. And the rest, well, let's just say it's the stuff of legend. But it didn't happen overnight. This is a story of highs, lows, and everything in between, with a few cheeky jabs at neighbors thrown in for good measure. Liverpool's story began with a bold move and a lot of Scotsmen. Seriously, the first squad was practically a who's who of Scottish football. Why? Because back then, if you wanted a solid football team, you raided Scotland. The Reds' first ever game ended with a 7-1 thrashing of Rotherham Town, making it clear from day one that this club meant business. The Scousers were here to make noise. Now, let's talk about the early football. It wasn't quite the tiki-taka of today. More like kick and chase, with a side of hope for the best. But hey, it worked. Liverpool quickly won the Lancashire League and were promoted to the first division in no time. The club was already making waves, even if the tactics were a bit rustic. Liverpool's early years were a roller coaster, more ups and downs than a season under Brendan Rodgers. But the passion, the grit, and the determination were always there. In 1901, Liverpool won their first ever First Division title. And you know what? Once you get a taste of winning, you don't stop. Well, except for the occasional relegation. Looking at you 1904. But hey, we don't talk about that. The club bounced back in style, winning their second title in 1906. It was clear that Liverpool was on the map, literally and figuratively. They were a force to be reckoned with, even if sometimes felt like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. But that's football, right? You win some, you lose some. Unless you are Everton these days. They just lose. But Liverpool wasn't just about league titles. The FA Cup runs in the early 20th century saw the club narrowly miss out on silverware. They were getting close. Like that time, you almost had a hat-trick in Sunday League, but scuffed the last shot. It was all building towards something big. Though, a club that was learning, growing, and getting ready to take on the world. Post-war Liverpool was a different beast. The club struggled, bouncing between divisions like a yo-yo on a windy day. By the 1950s, things were looking grim. Liverpool was stuck in the second division, and it felt like the magic had run out. Anfield stands weren't as full. The trophies were few and far between, and the club needed something, or someone, to light the fire again. It was a tough time to be a Liverpool fan. The glory days seemed like a distant memory, and every week felt like another step closer to obscurity. But if there's one thing about Liverpool, it's that the city and its people never give up. There was hope on the horizon, even if it wasn't clear yet. Enter December 1959, a month that would change the course of history forever. Liverpool was in dire straits, and the board knew they needed a miracle. Enter Bill Shankly, a man with a vision, a fierce Scottish accent, and a footballing brain that was second to none. Little did anyone know this man was about to turn the club on its head, drag it up by its bootstraps, and make Liverpool Football Club a name that would echo through the ages. When Shankly arrived, the club was a shadow of its former self. But he wasn't just there to manage a football team. He was there to build a dynasty. His first order of business? Overall everything. Out went the old school training methods. In came modern approach that would lay the foundation for future success. Shankly didn't just change the way Liverpool played, he changed the way the club thought, the way it operated, and the way it saw itself. He instilled a belief that Liverpool could be the best, should be the best, and would be the best. And the fans? They were right behind him, ready for the journey ahead. This was just the beginning. Shankly's revolution was about to take Liverpool from the depths of second division to the pinnacle of European football. But that, my friends, is a story for another time. Stay tuned, because the best is yet to come. From humble beginnings and a bit of rain drama to the brink of something extraordinary, Liverpool FC's story is one of resilience, passion, and the undying love of its fans. The foundation was set, the groundwork laid, and with Shankly at the helm, a new era was about to dawn. This is the club that would go on to dominate, to inspire, and to write itself into the history books as one of the greatest in the world. So, if you thought this was impressive, just wait. The next chapter in Liverpool's story is where things really start to get interesting. But we'll save that for another day. Until then, you'll never walk alone. If you like this dive into Liverpool's history, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get more stories on Liverpool's history. Thank you.